From PNC Park in Pittsburgh tonight, the Pirates continue their 7-game homestand, and the Milwaukee Brewers are in town for the first of a 4-game series showdown. The first-place club in the National League Central Division, the Pirates coming off a series win against the St. Louis Cardinals, so they have crept to within a half game of the third-place team in the division. But a great opportunity for the Pirates, who have won 7 of their last 9 games, to make up some ground on the first-place Brew Crew. Greg Brown along with John Wehner. Yeah, John Wehner pinch hitting for Steve Blass, who's on assignment at South Hills Country Club. So we bring in the heavy hitter, John. And John, this is a great opportunity for the Pirates. They just had the series win, exciting over the St. Louis Cardinals, but now head-to-head matchup against the first-place team.
Yeah, we've been saying all along the Pirates have to win these series against the NL Central foes. They did it against the Cubs before the break, a big series win against the Cardinals. Pirates are 4-3 against the Brewers so far this year. Still have 12 to play. You like the way they pitched against the Brew Crew. The ERA under 2.5. Limited the Brewers with runners in scoring position, and I think they're going to have to continue to pitch well to win the majority of these next 12 games against the Brewers.
And speaking of that, tonight's starting pitcher for the Pirates, Chad Kuhl, his last time out before the All-Star break, he was pitching on just 2 days rest, an emergency start for Jamison Tyone, who was ill, and though he only lasted 3 innings, he got high marks from his teammates.
Oh, he's a bulldog, and who better to give the ball to on short notice? He went out there and he gave it all he had, 58 pitches, didn't have his best stuff, but had a nice lead. He was able to hold it, just gave up the run.
And the starting pitching for the month of July for the Pirates been pretty solid.
Yes, it has. 7-5 at 3.41 ERA, only 8 home runs allowed. The opponent OPS is down. The strikeouts, I think, for this team to get on that run that everybody's hoping the Pirates will get on that run, they're going to have to pitch well to get back into this race and to overtake some of the teams above them.
Game number 13 in the month of July. The last 3 games against the Cardinals, Pirates won 2 of them. Walk-off fashion. Josh Bell, Adam Frazier, the heroes. Bucks, Brewers, next.
Ball on AT&T Sportsnet is brought to you by Allegheny Health Network, the largest health system rated #1 in the region for all the things that matter most. By Bordas & Bordas, official legal partner of the Pittsburgh Pirates. And by Kenny Ross Subaru, total confidence pricing. Let's go Bucks!
Chad Kuhl on the hill for the Buccos. It's his 19th start of the year. It's his third this season against the Brewers. Big time series here at PNC Park. Right after the All-Star break, Bucks take 2 of 3 from the Cardinals. As John said, they went into the break winning the series in Chicago against the Cubs at Wrigley. Now they'll try and at least win this series, if not sweep. So much riding on the line in these 4 games. And we check out the lineup for the Milwaukee Brewers. Jonathan Villar has an 8-game hitting streak. He'll be followed by Eric Thames and Ryan Braun, who's back in the lineup and will be batting for the first time against the Pirates this season. Travis Shaw is having a great year in his first season with Milwaukee. Domingo Santana in right. Stephen Vogt just picked up from the A's in the last couple of weeks. Orlando Arcia, Brett Phillips, and Brent Suter for the Brewers.
For the Pirates, Chad Kuhl gets his first start since the break. 85 in the 3rd inning, 69 strikeouts, 4.96 ERA. And that was lowered. And his last starts, he's been pitching pretty well. 3.51 ERA in his last 8 starts. He has 4 career starts against these Brewers. The Pirates have won all 4. He's 2-0.
Check out the Honda defense behind him. Jose Osuna is in left. Andrew McCutcheon in center. Gregory Polanco in right. David Freese, Jordy Mercer on the left side of the infield. Josh Harrison and Josh Bell on the right side, with Francisco Cervelli catching Chad Kuhl. Francisco Cervelli ready to go. So is Chad Kuhl. Villar, the switch hitter, missed 16 games with a lower back strain, and a first pitch strike. We are underway. Pleasant 82 degrees here in Pittsburgh. And it's 0-2. Villar, like many of his teammates, will strike out a bunch. In fact, the Brewers have struck out the most times in all of Major League Baseball, but they also hit a bunch of home runs. Second in the majors to the Houston Astros in terms of homers. 143 long balls. Villar has 8 of them.
Yeah, no surprise at their little ballpark. I mean, they have some sluggers, obviously, but their ballpark obviously helps that number.
Ryan Braun is in the hole. Eric Thames on deck. Braun has been out a lot this season, so he missed the first 2 series against Pittsburgh. Now it's 3-2 on Villar, and you don't want to give him a base. He has 18 steals. Eric Thames. Kuhl has walked 35, struck out 69, and he strikes out his 70th.
I'd like to see that power fastball right down the middle, too. Blew it by him.
How about a Rivers Casino tips to win from John?
Well, Chad Kuhl, I think with his improvement over the last couple of months, I think it's because he's kept the ball on the ground. He's getting a lot more ground balls, especially his last handful of starts. And for against the Brewers, when we're hitting, don't miss the mistakes. Brent Suter does not have great stuff. I mean, he doesn't throw very hard. Hopefully he'll leave balls over the middle of the plate, and the Pirates won't miss him.
Eric Thames takes a strike after fouling off the first pitch. That breaking ball, good one from Chad Kuhl. Thames tied for 5th with 23 home runs. Ball, 2 strikes on Thames, who is really the story in Major League Baseball. The first couple of weeks of the season, he got off to a torrid start. Pirates have pitched him well in the first 7 games of the season series.
And we pitched him up a lot. And you saw Chad Cole with that second strike there, a fastball up in the zone. And the Pirates have gotten him to swing through a bunch of those high fastballs.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Back-to-back Ks for Cool.
The changeup there.
And I think when you throw a fastball by a guy and you can elevate by him, he's going to cheat and start to swing early. This changeup, not even close, but I think Thames was thinking heat. He wanted to try to get to the heat, and so he committed too early. And missed that one by about a mile.
Ryan Braun greeted by the Pirates faithful, customary boo birds for Braun, the 33-year-old who missed some 39 games this year with a couple of DL stints, left calf strain both times. A bit of irony that Starling Marte will return to the major leagues and to the Pirates lineup tomorrow after serving his 80-game suspension for PED use during this series with Ryan Braun, who gets booed lustily anywhere he goes except Milwaukee. 2 balls, no strikes. Of course, Braun a different circumstance. He went a good year plus denying the initial accusations, findings, got off on a technicality, threw the guy under the bus that had driven the urine samples to the laboratory, and eventually caught up in that biogenesis clinic investigation and served in 2013. And the strike is called on Braun.
That's a new one, huh? Blame the driver.
Yeah,
that's that was interesting.
Yeah, he went through a lot of denying it, and then served a 65-game suspension in 2013, and now it's 3-2, and boy, would the crowd love 3 straight punch-outs for Chad Kuhl, and finishing it off with a Ryan Braun K.
Yeah, Braun swinging at that fastball that's well off inside. You don't see that very often. A pitch about 6 inches off the plate in, getting a chase.
He got him looking. Chad Kuhl strikes out VR and Thames, swinging, Braun looking. Good start for Chad Kuhl. And now Clint Hurdle's Pirates, 4 games under .500, but winners of 7 of their last 9. This is the RAV4 starting lineup. Josh Harrison had a day off yesterday. He leads off. Francisco Cervelli against the left-hander in the 2-hole. Andrew McCutchen, David Freese follow. Josh Bell, the switch-hitting first baseman, the rookie, and the rookie in left is Jose Osuna. Last 10 starts hitting almost 300. Gregory Polanco, Jordy Mercer, Chad Kuhl.
First pitch cutter from Brent Suter, and you'll see a lot of those. When you look at the numbers, it says he doesn't throw a fastball. He just throws cutters. And you can see the run, late movement. 10 games, 27 to 3rd innings, 25 strikeouts. 240 batting average against. You know, I was talking about his stuff. He's just not going to see velocity. You're going to see movement. You're going to see location, change of pace.
Josh Harrison feels like he's close to getting his swing back. He's been really struggling. Chasing a lot of pitches with 2 strikes, well out of the zone. He's 0 for his last 9, hitting .119 for the month of July. And toward right center for Santana. Domingo Santana makes the catch. Melendo Arcia, the slick fielding shortstop, helped win a game over the Pirates in Milwaukee. Jonathan Villar is his double play partner with Eric Thames at first, Travis Shaw at third, Ryan Braun in left. Brett Phillips, the rookie in center, just saw Santana and Stephen Vogt. Boy, the Pirates get on, although they're facing a lefty. You can take advantage of really bad numbers for Stephen Vogt in terms of trying to throw out runners. Francisco Cervelli, 1 for 4 yesterday, and he's the one that got it started with that base hit off the shortstop's glove. Josh Harrison pinch ran, scored the tying run. Jay Hay, it was Adam Frazier. There's Frazier next to him that won it. Frazier's base hit brought in Jordy Mercer, who had tied it with a double. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Cervelli. Josh Bell, the walk-off home run on Friday, and Frazier, the base hit to center to win it yesterday. Their first walk-off hits of their careers. We're talking about Braun and the Boo Birds that greet him, and Francisco Cervelli had some words of advice for Starling Marte. He too was caught up in that biogenesis investigation and served a suspension while with the Yankees.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of players in baseball today that have been suspended, and it's kind of forgotten about. And you know, Braun is obviously different, like you mentioned, for a number of reasons.
I think the way you handle it is so important. And if you are, as you see Cervelli going down on strikes, if you are taking a look at Starling Marte earlier today, he's not allowed to be in uniform, but before batting practice, able to work out. He has, of course, been rehabbing in the minors. And yeah, if you show that you're going to work hard, and maybe it's a forgiving society, forgiving nation that we live in. Butch Weiniger, his hitting coach at AAA Indianapolis, mentioned that the other day. He said the fans at Indy were very supportive of Starling Marte, and that's on the player to gain that trust back.
And like you said, I think it's important to admit that you were wrong and you made a mistake, and you're going to work hard to rectify it. And again, I'm sure he'll get booed in certain places initially. I don't think it'll last forever.
Ground ball to third. Shaw on to first. So Brent Suter has a 1-2-3 bottom of the first. Underway in Pittsburgh, 0-0. Marte addressed members of the media. Mike Gonzalez, special assistant to the general manager for cultural initiatives, and a translator was there, and Marte was asked about how he thought the fans would greet him tomorrow night.
Bueno, es normal que me preocupe, ya que
I can't lie to you, there is a bit of a concern, especially because I love the fans. I love our fans. I love the interaction that I have with the fans and how much support and love they've given me, and vice versa. But I respect anything that's thrown my way. I understand it. You know, I would wish that things would go smoothly, but I can't say that they will. All I know is that whether it goes positive or negatively, I am motivated, and anything that's thrown my way, I'm just going to take it as a motivation. And my goal is just to move forward and to love on my fans and to regain that trust.
So I think you see some humility there from Marte. You hear that, showing remorse for what he had done. Knows he was wrong and admitted it. Apologized, and looking forward to moving on. Of course, the cure-all, as always, is to perform.
Exactly. And you wonder, I mean, what added pressure he may feel.
Yeah. Ground ball right side, diving try. Jay Hay can't get it there. And Bell did all he could. Harrison, great effort. Travis Shaw with an infield single.
If Bell would somehow have been able to make this pick, it would have been one of the best plays you've ever seen, because how far he had to go to knock it down, to throw it from his behind. And if Bell would have been able to complete that, because that would have been almost an impossible pick at first base because of the angle and where he had to go, it would have been in time, and it would have been one of the best plays you'll ever see.
A top play for sure this year. Still great effort. Domingo Santana has a 7-game hitting streak.
Missed by much there. Cervelli set up well off the plate for that particular pitch, the 0-1 pitch, and that's on the corner at the knees, not getting the call.
Pirates dugout, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Home plate umpire is Mark Wegner. First game of the series. Mike Malinsky is at first. Mike Winters, the crew chief, there he is at second, and Ryan Blakeney at third.
And I'm wondering, after watching the last couple of pitches where Cervelli's set up, if he's setting up off the plate on purpose, because Cole has missed a few pitches on the inner half like that.
And he's a strikeout victim, so all 4 outs recorded via the K. Let's take a look.
Look where Cervelli's set up. And the previous pitch he missed on the inside part of the plate too, actually off the plate end, as you see the number 3 there. And so I'm wondering if Cervelli,
maybe just to try to get him to get that extension and get that release point further out in front.
Again, Chad Kuhl really got some points from his teammates for taking that baseball after just 2 days rest in Chicago.
Just watching some of the swings from these Brewers, and you mentioned that they strike out a bunch, so there's a lot of swing and miss, but for Chad, some of these fastballs are just blowing by these guys, and it's not the velocity. We've seen more velocity out of him. He's sitting 94, 95, but they're not pulling the trigger. They're getting blown away. And that's a very late swing as well. And now the velocity ticked up there, the hardest fastball of the night for Chad at 98. But you have to wonder if there's just a little deception. Maybe it could be a little hard to see this time of day too, when the sun's shining on the batter's eye beyond center field there. I'm not exactly sure, but it just looks like this ball is getting on these Brewers hitters more so than we've seen.
That was unfortunate because the runner moves up 90 feet, and by now they're not going to ask. Didn't look like he swung, but never hurts to ask. And now they're not going to. And the wild pitch has Shaw at second.
Tried to finish with the backdoor breaking ball. You see the wicked hop it takes on Cervelli. Does he check it? Yeah, probably so.
Two-two count on Stephen Vogt, playing in his 12th game. Had been designated for assignment by Oakland. Was hitting .217 for the A's. Another chase.
And again, I think when that ball gets on you, like this fastball's been getting on these hitters, they have a tendency to start that swing early.
You know, this pitch is never in the strike zone, but he gets the chase. I mean, that's almost like a predetermined swing. And boy, you see where the ball was when that bat came through. It was by him.
And we've seen a lot of those through the first 6 batters.
Orlando Arcia, .278 average on the year. Chad Kuhl working with Francisco Cervelli. And towards center field, and it's going to drop in for the hit. McCutcheon's throw home will be late, and it's 1-0 Milwaukee. Arcia hitting over 300 against Pirates pitching. Drives in Shaw. And that wild pitch haunts Cervelli and the Bucks.
Yeah, and Shaw not the fastest runner either. This ball was not hit all that well, so everything I think worked in the Brewers' favor here. They get the wild pitch, they get the soft contact, and McCutcheon had to go a ways to his left to get it, and so even with Shaw moving on contact with 2 outs, no chance at home.
Chad Kuhl did not even go back to back up. He's frustrated. Brett Phillips. Nice stab by Josh Bell, whose defense has improved dramatically over there the past few weeks. But the Brew Crew have an early lead. Pirates history this day last year. Pirates beat the Nationals in 18 innings, 2-1. Starling Marte go-ahead home run on former Pirate Oliver Perez in D.C. Marte also drove in the Buck's other run when he singled home Adam Frazier in the 6th inning. On the eve of his return to the Pirates lineup 1 year ago at the Marathon game in Washington. The Pirates were really impressed by a left-hander who pitched multiple innings late in that game, as David Freese is retired by Brent Suter. Hard-throwing lefty Felipe Rivero, who of course would be dealt a short time later to the Pirates, the Mark Melancon deal. Now Josh Bell, bat right-handed against Brent Suter. Bell hitting .219 from this side of the plate. One hop shot to Shaw. Travis Shaw played a lot of first base when he got to the big leagues, and he has been playing outstanding third base for the Brewers this year. We invite you to bring the kids to the finale of this 4-game series this Thursday, 12:35. Youngsters 14 and under get a Pirates Velcro paddleball catch set thanks to Mrs. T's Pierogies. Go to pirates.com/tickets. Jose Osuna sits safely in 9 of his last 10 starts. Shaw working on a consecutive errorless games streak at third base. 60 consecutive games without an error. Don Money holds the team record, set in the early 70s at that third base position. Of course, the major league record is shared by 2 players. Jeff Cirillo, who was a one-time Brewer, but picked up that record in 2001-2002 with the Rockies and then the Mariners. So Cirillo tied a former big leaguer for the all-time record streak of errorless games at third base. John Wehner, trivia quiz. Any idea who that was?
Yep, I do.
You know when he made his major league debut as Osuna draws the walk?
I did not know it was today. And Stan mentioned it in the pregame. I had no clue. I mean, I knew July of '91. I didn't know when my first game was. I don't know when my first hit was. I just knew it was in July.
Well, a couple things. It was John Wehner, by the way, who set the mark at third base. In case you weren't aware, John, too humble to mention that. And yeah, 1 year ago, or rather 1 year ago, it was on this date in 1991 that John Wehner made his major league debut. He got 1 at bat in the 9th inning that day and started the following day.
That's funny because you know who you started this with Jose Osuna up. It was Al Osuna, I think, that was pitching.
Uh-oh, wow. And Jose Osuna is picked off to end the bottom of the 2nd. And Milwaukee leads it 1-0.
The Chevy Tracks and your Western PA Chevy dealers. And by Day Automotive. We're going to make your day. Let's go Bucks!
1-0 Brewers go to the top of the third inning. Here in Pittsburgh, the Pirates hosting Milwaukee. Jose Osuna kicked off to end the bottom of the second, and take a look at the move by the lefty Suter.
That's a pretty good move. You know, when I think lefties a lot of times too, when they're quick to the plate, and he looks home like he's going to the plate. Osuna didn't take a whole lot. You know, he just kind of started leaning the other way, thinking he was going home, and just barely did Thames get that tag on him before the fingertips reached the bag.
Back to work for Cool against Brent Suter. 2 for 5 at the plate this season. Suter had a little bit of big league time in last year. Pirates saw him as a reliever.
Harvard guy.
Yeah. Impressive. Comes from a very athletic family. His dad played football at Penn State. His mom was a great swimmer. And another strikeout for Cool. 6 of the first 9 he has faced. He's punched out. Experience a craft beer sampling at the ballpark before the Pirates and Reds meet on Wednesday, August 2nd. Ticket packages include a game ticket in the Pittsburgh Baseball Club, a pregame beer sampling, and $5 in loaded value for club concessions. Get your beer passport now at pirates.com/beer passport. Going to be the next homestand. Hope you'll think about coming out with the next 3 dates available. Will the Bucks hit the road for quite a time? Tomorrow night, Wednesday night, and then Thursday afternoon against these Brewers. Ivan Nova, Garrett Cole, Jameson Taillon will be scheduled starters for Pittsburgh. VR struck out to begin the ball game. Tapper, Cool, 2 down.
I like the quick outs. Quick, easy out. The second out here. The 6 punch outs. That's matches his season high already. First time through. Ivan Nova like. Not so much. Ivan doesn't get many strikeouts, but is very efficient.
Thames able to beat the shift. Pirates had 3 infielders there, but he hit it hard enough past Mercer. So a 2-out single for Thames, and it brings up Braun. Braun struck out looking in the first. Home runs on the season for Braun. 27 runs batted in.
Still a threat. You know, when he's healthy, he can drive a ball out right, center, left.
Cervelli quick to grab home plate umpire. Get that foul ball off the mask. They're going to check on him. Check at the mask.
Oh, I think the little throat guard looked like it got knocked off. Yeah, loosened. That came completely off.
Really rattled the cage.
Wow.
There's a little repair work there. That neck guard that started out as a simple device. Steve Yeager, former Dodgers catcher, invented that. The bar that comes down, you see on the Cervelli mask. Todd Tomczyk, the Pirates head trainer, also working with the equipment to help the home plate umpire. No 1-1 on Braun. 29 career home runs versus the Pirates for Ryan Braun.
A nice looking slider there. Great location. Yeah, it's not a pitch that he's super consistent with, this breaking ball. Whether he's trying to just throw it for a strike, I'm not sure, but he threw it right where Cervelli set up. That's a tough pitch to hit. Good hard break.
Still 0-2. Nice block there from Cervelli. Keeps Thames at first.
Trying to get the chase out there in the left-handed batter's box. Good quick feet from Cervelli.
Even 2-2. Braun this season. Again, a couple of stints on the disabled list. 35 strikeouts and 153 at bats. Brewers strike out a bunch. They hit a bunch of homers. They steal a lot. Second in the majors behind only the Angels in the stolen base department. Travis Shaw on deck. Brewers, no doubt one of the surprise teams in baseball. They have won 11 of their last 14. Came in with a 4.5 game lead on the Cubs, 6.5 up on St. Louis. And the Pirates 7 back, and Braun, who had 2 stints on the disabled list with the left calf strain.
Look great on top of the toes.
He's had some foot issues last couple years. Greg Counsell, what a job he's done in his 3rd year as the skipper of the Brewers. Jay Hay gets Braun. 2-out hit by Thames. He's left stranded, but the Brewers lead 1-0 heading to the bottom of the 3rd. Junior Guerra tomorrow. He'll start against the Pirates. Hit on the shin by a foul ball his last time out 10 days ago. Had to come out of the game. Missed some time earlier in the year after straining his calf on opening day. Junior Guerra, he has been tough against the Pirates, and a breaking ball to start off Gregory Polanco.
You know, when you were talking about the Brewers and being the surprise team, the first thing you have to look at is the pitching, and you wonder, you know, they do have some sluggers. They can hit the ball out of the ballpark, but you think, man, you got to pitch to be in first. And obviously, Guerra, who had a great rookie year, not the best of numbers. ERA just under 5. Zach Davies.
Yeah.
How about that? 11 wins.
The winning percentage.
So I think that there might be some luck involved there. I mean, he's obviously getting a ton of run support. With an ERA over 5, he has 11 wins. Anderson's been great. Jimmy Nelson, I think, is huge for them. I think he has the best stuff of the guys in their rotation. And
we'll see Zach Davies on Wednesday and Nelson on Thursday afternoon. There's Guerra to come off the DL tomorrow. The reason Suter's in the rotation is because of the injury to Chase Anderson. And Gregory Polanco has gotten hot, hitting over 400 in his dozen starts this month of July. Even though the lefty hitters bat just 167 this year against Brent Suter.
Yeah, not a great big sample size, Suter, and that's one of those mistakes. We were talking about it. One of the tips to win: don't miss the mistakes. He throws it down the middle. Polanco hits it hard, but yeah, that's just off of Suter, just the 6th hit by a left-handed batter all year, but just 31 at bats.
5-game hitting streak for Jordy Mercer, one of yesterday's heroes. Game-tying double of lefty Brett Cecil, Cardinals, bottom of the 9th yesterday. Line drive caught at third, and back to first goes Polanco. Travis Shaw.
And Polanco did cross over after that ball was hit, but still got back in plenty of time. Started towards second. Those long strides back easily. That might have been one of those cases where you have a lefty on the mound that's pretty quick to the plate and has a pretty quick move to first. So quick, yeah, so that you don't get much of a secondary lead. So if you do cross over and get caught, yeah, you're not far enough away to where you can't get back.
We're going to try and move him over. 2 sacrifice bunts.
Cutter running in on his hands and got on top of it, but pretty soft right in front of home plate. You saw the mud collected on that ball.
Swinging away, and they will get an out, a little bobble. That could have gone a couple of different directions. Pirates thinking, well, I'm going to swing away for whatever reason. It could have turned it into a double play, but a lot of men in motion. Get the out at first.
I thought for a moment there it's going to be first and third, but you talked about the range. The slick fielding Arcia went a long way. Watch how far he has to go. Just gets it off the end of the glove. The bobble doesn't allow him to get Polanco at second, but boy, that's a big out.
Polanco now in scoring position. Josh Harrison hit the ball hard his first time up, and Suter wants to talk to Vogt about some signs, perhaps. Cool back, get a breather. Thinking, man, I almost had that hit.
You have to wonder if he was going hard out of the box or not, because I thought once I saw the bobble he was going to get there.
Cool now 0 for 24 this season batting. probably was looking over Trevor Williams, who got his first hit yesterday in the big leagues. 0-2 on Josh Harrison. The bearded one, Trevor Williams. And Shaw, it's a nice play, the bare hand, and get Josh Harrison. Through 3, it remains 1-0 Brewers.
Pittsburgh Pirates. And after yesterday's victory against the St. Louis Cardinals, Josh Harrison went to dinner. But not just any dinner. A very special dinner here in downtown Pittsburgh at Eddie Merlot's restaurant. He brought some friends along for his 4th annual All-Star Dinner at Eddie Merlot's to benefit Blessings in a Backpack and the Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank Backpack Program. Now remember, guys, it was just about a month ago that he helped expectant mothers in need in the Pittsburgh area. So Josh certainly doing a lot to help away from the field. And we're going to take it a step further and ask Josh to be our guest on Twitter Tuesday, coming up mañana. So please tweet us your questions at ATT Sportsnet Hit using the hashtag Bucks Tuesday. We've already received quite a few questions about J-Hay, or for J-Hay, including the All-Star experience. So please ask away. We'll pick some of the best and bring them your way tomorrow, guys.
Dan, that All-Star game 1 week ago, last Tuesday. Second appearance in an All-Star game for Josh Harrison. Travis Shaw. All out of play off to the left. Some moves that General Manager David Stearns made over the winter have really worked out quite nicely for the Brewers, including this one. Travis Shaw acquisition from Boston. Tyler Thornburg. How much would the Red Sox like to have Shaw playing third base this year?
Yeah, no kidding. Oh. Boy. For me, the first thing I look at when you see a guy in the middle lineup, how many RBIs does he have? 66 is a lot of RBIs.
8th most in the league. Hard hit into right. And Polanco, if he gets a nice bounce, but Shaw is going to make it into second.
Well, I think he was up there hunting fastball. As the Pirates really threw him a lot of fastballs the last time we saw him in Milwaukee. And he was sitting on that one, got it started early, got it out in front.
So Shaw is 2 for 2. batter Domingo Santana. Shaw, the infield hit. Went to second on the wild pitch, scored on the Arcia 2-out single. $15 home runs for Domingo Santana, who had a game-winning home run on June the 21st against Daniel Hudson in the 8th inning. The Brewers came back to beat the Pirates 4-3.
Looks at that swing. He had no intentions of trying to hit the ball the right side to move Shaw up 90 feet.
This is going to move him.
Yeah, I think it's too deep.
So Shaw reaches third with 1 out. Santana able to move the runner. Freeze and Cool talk some strategy. Stephen Vogt coming to the plate.
Yep. Infield in, way in, despite not a very fast runner there at third.
In other words,
it's kind of the way the Pirates played it defensively all year, and you know they are more worried about not letting that run score than more range, because it's like, you know, you got guys on the grass, and you don't need to be on the grass. You could give yourself a little more range by backing up a step or two.
Line foul by inches.
Not by much. A foot or so.
Was able to get Vogt to strike out on a pitch that was well up and out of the zone his first time up. And now whether it has something to do with that batter's eye that is no longer taking the sunlight, the sun sets, or a second time through they're feeling more comfortable. It seems as though there have not been as many swings and misses. Of course, he struck out 6 of the first 9 he faced.
Yeah, and then that may play a part into it. And now it looks normal. It's dark, it's green. It was a lot lighter than that, even in the top of the third. The sun hadn't all set all the way behind the stadium, so.
And bounce to Bell, and a play at the plate, a high throw though, and safe. Josh Bell's throw high. Francisco Cervelli says check. Cervelli thinks maybe he was able to get a tag down on Shaw despite that high throw from Bell.
Yeah, and boy, yeah, it's didn't look to be a tag. Obviously a good throw. He's out by a couple of steps, but that's a heck of a slide.
Two-0.
And that's some small ball by the Brewers. Lead off double, get him over. Fly ball to right. And Shaw scoring both runs. Again, not a fast runner. They took advantage of a wild pitch to score the first one. Cervelli looking at that ball again. That ball picked up a bunch of, well, I called it mud earlier. It's more clay. But they really wet that clay down in front of home plate.
Darnell Cole's hitting coach talking with Travis Shaw. There's a look.
A couple balls we've seen fouled right in the ground there.
Mercer deep, short, and gets an out. Nice play, Jordy Mercer.
So
Stephen Vogt.
He's so good on the move, you know, able to run and throw in the same motion. Running with his momentum going towards the left field line. Perfect throw, right on target. J.A. does a nice job kind of covering second like a first baseman. Knows he's not going to get two.
There's Brett Phillips. Mercer made an error in the top of the 9th inning last night, or yesterday rather. And a ball hit by Dexter Fowler, and the very next batter, Jed Jerko, had a line drive. Mercer went up to get it. And a quick throw back to first to double up Fowler. Another conversation. Cervelli and Kuhl. Kuhl got 6 swings and misses through the first 9 batters. He's gotten 2 since. The second time around. Again, that may have something to do with what John mentioned, that batter's eye. Looked like Arcia was thinking about taking off. Here's a look at the batter's eye.
Yeah, you might not think it's that big a deal, but as a hitter, I mean, that's what you're looking at. You're looking at the pitcher's release point, and that's a lot brighter there than it is now. I mean, that's a lot darker.
Snap throw to first. Runner gets back. Those runners really do have an advantage, don't they, John, with Bell being a right-handed thrower?
As far as, I mean, it's hard to say. I mean, you mean as far as like on a throw like that? I mean, a pickoff throw. Pickoffs, it's a bigger deal. I mean, obviously, if you're catching with your right hand, it's going to be easier to put the.
I was thinking about it when RCL here.
Yeah, sure.
So many times these guys get back on good pickoffs, and it's that close.
Right, and if you're a left-handed thrower and you're fielding with the right glove, that's a bigger advantage to have a lefty over there. The throw from Cervelli, not so much.
And there he goes. Cervelli to second, and a stolen base. It's the 6th for Arcia. And the 79th for the team. Tops in the league, second in the majors behind the Angels.
High leg kick from Cole allows Arcia to get a big jump. Well ahead of the tag, and Jordy leaves it there just in case.
Intentionally walk Phillips after the steal. Oh, and the pitcher Suter is hit by the pitch. They intentionally walked the 8th man, and now the pitcher is hit.
Yeah, he's just looking to drop one down over there, and looking like it got him in the foot. Yeah. Actually bounced first before it hit him in the foot.
But tell you what, he's having some trouble shaking that off right now.
Yeah, right on top of the foot, he's pointing to his trainer. That's always a risk, I think, for a guy that tries to bunt for a hit. You put yourself out there a little bit, you know, harder to get out of the way.
You get a thumbs up. Yep. Dan Wright is the head athletic trainer.
And that would be the foot, his back foot when he's pitching. So, I mean, I think if you were going to land on the foot that got hit, it might be more troublesome when he takes the mound than that foot he has on the pitching rubber.
Now, you know, it's a 2-0 ball game here, and you don't want things getting out of hand. This is turning out to be a bad inning for Kuhl. He really needs to buckle down and get VR.
Well, there's another swing and miss to the fastball, a little up. Yeah, this is a big out.
Now, to Kuhl's credit, he was able to get Stephen Vogt to bounce the ball to Josh Bell. But Bell's throw to the plate, which would have gotten Shaw, was high. It went as a fielder's choice RBI. Two and one on VR. Run in on one hit. Two and two. VR struck out to begin the ball game. He bounced back to Kuhl in the 3rd inning, and the rookie Manny Pena. What's up? Keon Broxton. And down on strikes. Good work from Kuhl to get out of that. One in and a 2-0 Milwaukee lead.
It's time for the Toyota all-wheel drive RAV 4th inning. Toyota, what drives you?
2-0 in Pittsburgh. It's the Brewers leading the Pirates in game 1 of this 4-game series. Bucks 1 hit the first 3 against Brent Suter. Any repercussions from that hit by pitch? We'll see, maybe. Cool. Talking with Ray Sirich. Two, 3, 4 in the order. Cervelli, McCutchen, Freeze. Suter hasn't given up a run against the Pirates going back to his relief outings last season. And out as Thames able to apply the tag. Cervelli says no.
Yeah, I think the tag was made, but I think the tag was made after Cervelli's foot hit the bag. So I'm guessing they're going to check. Yep, they already motioned. Oh, there was nowhere close to being a tag. Wow. Yeah, this.
See, plays like that, they should be able to throw on the scoreboard.
Yeah.
And the umpires wouldn't even have to go on the headset.
Exactly.
Something like that. Just throw it on the scoreboard and be done with it. Now they've quickened up this process. VR going over the other side of the bag. This is going to go as an infield hit after the Pirates challenge. This call will be overturned.
Yeah, the fans just saw it. And yeah, it's not even close. And now, in defense of the umpire at first base, they have no angle. Yeah. They can't see that. I mean, you just got to kind of use your experience and maybe use the speed of the hammer. But
Cervelli and Thames were watching it on the scoreboard. Oh, come on now. Yeah, not even close.
It's funny. Thames was probably saying, yeah, I tagged you. You didn't feel that? I tagged you. Boy, that cutter, I mean, that's all he throws. He throws so many of them. Almost 2/3 of his pitches are cutters. So the batters, for the most part, know they're going to see it. But haven't been able to do a whole lot the first time through. Dangerous now for Suter against Andrew McCutchen behind 2-0.
Swatting at some of these bugs, kicking at them. McCutchen 8th in the league in hitting against left-handed pitching. Career numbers there, 318. And now it is 3-0.
And I would think there'd no doubt be a green light. And, he wanted to, Andrew, but that cutter in a good spot actually started it off the plate away. And it ended up cutting over that outside edge. Barely.
Hit that to Blahnox.
Yeah, and that was one of those mistakes. Is he left it up, out over the plate. Andrew looked to be a little out in front. And that's a pitch that Andrew would like to get back.
Wow. Strikes him out. Second K for Suter. Falling behind 3-0 and coming back to get McCutchen.
And again, I mean, it's obviously a great pitch that has some late movement. And he's been throwing it a bunch in his early big league career, and major league hitters have not had a ton of success against it.
0-2. One freeze.
I mean, that pitch looked like it caught a lot of plate, and David unable to pull the trigger.
Cutchin and Josh Harrison discuss Suter's arsenal. Suter was drafted in the 31st round 5 years ago out of Harvard. He graduated with a degree in public policy. 2-sport start, Moeller High School in Cincinnati.
Well, a lot of big names out of that school.
And line towards center. They're going to hang up for Phillips.
Yeah, and there must be some kind of deception to that cut fastball, because he's getting away with a bunch of them. And then a curveball to Freeze. He hits it right on the line, a bullet. The hardest ball hit off of Suter tonight. And it just hung up for his center fielder to make the play. But boy, that's a good swing from David Freeze. Gets the extension, stays inside, right off the meat of the bat.
Two on Josh Bell. Garcia. Leadoff infield hit for Cervelli. He is stranded, and the Bucks still trailing 2-0 through 4. Turn it up. Sounds of the Rex coming to stage AE on the 25th of this month. And Chad Kuhl's turned it up. Career high 7 strikeouts. A beautiful night in Pittsburgh. 2, 3, 4 in the order now for the Brewers. Kuhl struck out 6 Milwaukee Brewers last year. And again, this is his 3rd start this season against Milwaukee. May the 5th. He pitched a game here at PNC Park, lasted only 3 innings, but there was a 2-hour and 27-minute rain delay. Had been shutting out the Brewers on 2 hits through 3, so he was not able to come back. And then on June 21st in Milwaukee, he beat Zach Davies 7-3. Nick Franklin, who has since been designated for assignment, had 2 of the 7 hits off of Chad Kuhl, including a home run and an RBI double. First pitch strike on Thames.
That's such a good pitch. You really think of nothing. Really, it's just a curveball. Just a little curveball he throws in there for a strike. And if you could do that more often, to get ahead 0-1.
World League leaders in home runs. Brewers 143, second in the majors to only the Houston Astros. Names with 23 of them.
Tried to finish with the curveball. That one a little too short. Surprised to see the Mets up there that high home runs. I think it's been a miserable season for New York.
Not many positive numbers for the Mets. The Mets are hosting the Cardinals tonight, scoreless after 4. Cubs are in Atlanta. There's a rain delay. Still 2-2 on Eric Thames. Josh Bell. And one out. Unlimited Baseball Break is brought to you by T-Mobile. Some news and notes. The Washington Nationals swept the series in Cincinnati 6-1. The final score. Steven Strasburg is 10-3 with the win. Ryan Zimmerman, who's been in a slump, 3 for 5, a homer, 2 singles. And Sean Rodriguez, this is a shocker. Great to see Sean Rod back. He promised he was not done for the year after that horrible car accident in the winter with his wife and 2 of his children. Activated from the 60-day DL and starting tonight for Atlanta against the Cubs.
Supposed to miss the year, and he comes back with over 2 months. Yeah, 2.5 months.
He kept telling people.
It's crazy.
Nice stop there, Freeze. Retires Braun. Braun is 0 for 3.
Then you like the quick out. One hopper. Strong throw.
A little freeze out. Chad Kuhl likes it. See if he can get Shaw.
Good movement on that last 2-seamer from Kuhl. I thought it was a changeup when he first threw it.
That's what I thought.
It looked like it's fading down and away.
One and 2. Lefty still hitting about 40 points better than righties against Kuhl. That number is coming down. They're still hitting 300 against him. Whoa! Off of Kuhl, deflects to Mercer. That's a 1-6-3 out. A little bit of a scare. 1-2-3 in the 5th. Moving now to the bottom of the 5th. Jose Osuna leads off against Brent Suter. One of just 3 Pirates to reach. Walked with 2 outs in the 2nd, then was picked off. Cool and Cervelli back in the dugout. And Osuna lines it to right. Leadoff hit for Jose Osuna will bring up Gregory Polanco. Travis Shaw was 2 for 2 against Cool before this line drive. That ball didn't glance off his glove. I thought it had, but it looked like that angle it did.
Still scary. I mean, it's a backdoor curveball. How's he staying on that pitch? You know, we've seen his approach, Shaw's approach. You know, when we were in Milwaukee, remember he hit like a slider out the left center off of Garrett Colton, and almost immediately the Pirates went to pounding him in. And earlier in that at bat, Cool threw him a slider he was way out in front of. So they figured, we'll throw a curveball. We'll get him for sure. And he stayed back and blistered it right back up the middle. And that's good hitting.
Polanco had a solid single to center field his first time up. As Shaw appears to be locked in, so too Polanco. And this is toward the left center field gap, and that's going to get down and head to the wall. Jose Osuna is going to be waved home. Nope. Well, Joey Cora held him, then waved him, and ends up scoring. And here comes Polanco for third. He's there. It's a 1-run game. Gregory Polanco, El Cafe, rips a double into the left center gap.
Talking about Travis Shaw and good hitting. There's some good hitting right there. Gregory Polanco getting locked in. Facing the lefty, who hasn't given up much against lefties all year. And there again, the fastball, the cutter, up out over the plate. Polanco getting on top, driving that ball. Pitcher perfect right there. That's the hands working. Osuna off to the races. With nobody out, wasn't sure if he was going to be sent home. Break after Suter.
Osuna.
Osuna going, knows it's going to be down, and so going hard, no hesitation around third.
I'll tell you, I love the way he plays the game.
Oh, yeah.
Jose Osuna. I'm so impressed with this guy. Pirates said that they are, not sure about the third base situation. He has started taking ground balls there, but man, he is solid. And this should bring home Polanco. Phillips will make the catch. This game's tied. Jordy Mercer's sacrifice fly, and just like that, it's 2-2. They appeal at third base, but Ryan Blakeney says nope. He did not leave early.
So just like that, the big swing from Polanco. An error, by the way. I'm assuming that error
on Arcia.
They charged it on Arcia.
Yep.
Wow. I mean, it's right in Suter's glove behind the catcher. And Suter, to me, I think just cost himself a run right there. As that ball was right in his glove, he let it get underneath him. And so that helps the Bucks, and the sac fly.
It's the 14th error charged to Arcia this year. Chad Cole with his first hit of the year. He came close on the ground ball to the shortstop in the third inning. This time he rips it into left. It's his third big league hit.
He has no problem with the cutter. That cutter breaking right into the barrel of the bat. See it running inside, inner third.
Boy, all of a sudden, bang, bang, bang.
Yeah.
And Derek Johnson, the pitching coach, going out to check in on Brent Suter.
3 bullets.
Suter's last start, excellent against the Yankees. By the way, here's what John was talking about. You know, if he makes that catch, the guy doesn't advance.
It hit him in the wrist, it looked like. It's not like it was a short hop.
I wonder if any of the officials scored. Does he take into account that the throw was past the catcher?
Yeah,
probably.
maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
But you're right. Suter. It's the reason the runner was able to advance. Now Josh Harrison. Good time to get off the schneid, and he will. Snaps an 0 for 11. Talk about some bullets.
Yeah, I was about to say, none of this contact soft. I mean, one after another, 4 now.
You know, even the Mercer fly ball.
Yeah, it wasn't hit all that bad. And again, he hasn't had like the best command of that cutter. He's left some out over the plate that he's gotten away with. That actually, I think, was a changeup down and away that Josh Harrison was able to stay on, hit hard.
Wanted average through the lineup. 3rd time through.
Yeah, that's a big jump.
And this is the 3rd time through now. Francisco Cervelli showing bunt there. 1st and 2nd. Osuna single, Polanco RBI double. To 3rd on the air, scores on the sacrifice fly by Mercer, and Kuhl and Harrison back-to-back hits. So Rob Scahill up in the Milwaukee pen, the former Pirate.
Big cut from Cervelli. Have to be a little late. Again, it's a cut fastball. It's running in. He meant to have it away, but boy, that caught a lot of plate.
Ground ball right side, and that's through. Joey Corrigan to wave home Kuhl. And he is going to be out. And who got the worst of this?
I'm very survived that Chad Kuhl was waved there. There's only one out. Andrew McCutcheon's on deck, and you'd like to have him at the plate with the bases loaded, one out. You know, that ball wasn't hit all that hard, but there is a short porch and right, and the right fielder got to it very quickly, Santana, and as you could see, a strong, accurate throw right on the money. And obviously an awkward collision there with Chad Kuhl and Stephen Vogt.
Out at the plate 9-2, and Vogt not able to get up right now.
And you're
wondering,
wondering
if he's like dislocated his shoulder or something.
Not sure. Obviously, they're going through some.
Here comes Dr. Ed Snell, AGH. Checking on, I guess, his neck.
Oh yeah, that kind of under the armpit, like the chest area from Chad Kuhl.
Yeah, you know, we're certainly concerned about Vogt's condition and health, but you know, when from a baseball perspective, this new Posey rule, I don't know if Vogt gave Kuhl a lane. I'm not sure that the throw from Santana took Vogt into that running lane. That's the only way you're allowed to block the plate. And now they check on the left leg or knee. Checking now on concussion protocol. Some physicians from the Allegheny Health Network out, along with the training staff for the Brewers.
I can't imagine
Manny Pena would be automatically coming in the ball game.
Yeah, there's no way he could stay in this game, Vogt. And that, I mean, that was a nasty collision. So it looks like they're going to head up to the Pirates clubhouse.
Some x-rays. Chad Kuhl's going to greet him. First guy there. Check on him. A nice bit of sportsmanship there. Now here is a look.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. I don't. The Pirates might challenge this.
Yeah, he was all over that baseline there. Yeah, that was some kind of nasty collision.
Again, here's the question.
Yeah,
is there a lane for Kuhl to get home plate? I don't see one.
No, hardly. And you see that left knee bent back too. Boy, that he's going to be sore for a little while.
Another look at Kuhl. Joey Cora waves him home. Pirates will not challenge. Andrew McCutchen has walked intentionally after the throw to the plate. Both Harrison and Cervelli moved up 90 feet, so they'll load them up for freeze. And now Craig Counsell will make a pitching change. Chad Kuhl seems to be okay. This game is tied at 2, and a lot of action here in the bottom of the 5th. Suter will not get out of this bottom half of inning number 5. Rob Scahill will look for a final out. Pirates have tied it, look to take the lead.
This is presented by the authority of the Pittsburgh Pirates and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Well, the Bucks have tied it. Chad Kuhl thrown out at the plate on the hard hit to Domingo Santana. The collision with Stephen Vogt, who's back in the Pirates clubhouse area, and Brent Suter back in the dugout, has given up the 2 and responsible for all 3 men on. And Rob Scahill, the former Pirate, going to try and get out David Freese.
Just the 17th appearance for Scahill. 1 and 3, a 4.87 ERA. Just 8 punch-outs in 20 1/3 innings. More walks than punch-outs.
Ball 1. Ball 2. Two career grannies for Freese. Ball 3.
How about that? Trying to work them inside. Unable to get it over the plate. See the first 2. All 3 of them.
Three and 1 on Freese.
You would think he could get a pretty good pitch to hit here. 3-1. Has to be in the zone. Going back in. Boy, that's a better pitch. That's right on the edge. Boy, yeah. We tried to throw the first 3, it looked like. Kept going there.
Scahill trying to bounce back from his outing yesterday, took the loss, didn't retire a batter against the Phillies. 3 hits, 3 runs. Wow, came back 3-0 and strikes out Freese looking.
Painted those last 3 pitches.
Bucks tie it at 2. Chad Kuhl will be facing Domingo Santana to start this 6th inning. Nissan Road ahead. 3 more with these Brewers. Junior Guerra will come off the DL tomorrow. He'll face Ivan Nova, who got a little extra rest. Zach Davies, 11-4. That 5.08 ERA opposes Garrett Cole on Wednesday night. Thursday afternoon, that's a really solid pitching matchup. Jimmy Nelson against Jameson Taillon. Bucks and Brewers, the Nissan Road ahead.
You have to say Nelson, Taillon, pretty similar stuff. Nelson more slider than curveball. Taillon more curveball than slider, so similar velocity. Both with outstanding stuff.
Santana was the first out of the 2nd inning, striking out. And flied to right in the 4th. And bounces this toward Freeze. 1 out. Well, Kuhl had a 1-2-3 5th. He retired the side in order in the 1st, struck out each of the first 3 men he faced. Now it is Manny Pena comes to the plate for the first time, coming on to catch for the injured Stephen Vogt. Pena hitting .292 with 6 homers and 29 runs batted in. Falls behind Pena 2-0. Pirates have done a great job pitching to Pena this season, but Kuhl's fallen behind him.
That's a good fastball, 93 on the outside edge. Kuhl with the 90 pitch mark.
Josh Hader up. Pena, who is 1 for 20 this season against Pirates pitching, walks. Let's go back to the studio. Paul Alexander with a game break.
Shortstop, Orlando Arcia.
Paul, thank you. Here it is also in the 6th inning, tied at 2. And Orlando Arcia singled in the 1st run of the ball game. Last time up, Arcia had a ground ball to deep short at Jordy Mercer backhanded and threw on the move to 2nd to retire Stephen Vogt. Vogt knocked out of this game on the home plate collision with Chad Kuhl.
A couple late swings here from Arcia, 95 and 96 miles per hour. And you see the location pounding him in. The 97 meant to be down and away, missed up and in. Cervelli wants to go with. Looked like he might have put down a 3. Keep it out of the zone. Nope, another heater.
'27-year-old from Venezuela, Orlando Arcia. Signed by these Brewers as a non-drafted free agent 7 years ago. First big league homer off Jared Hughes, now a teammate. Reaches out and pokes it into shallow right. 2 down. Brings up Brett Phillips, MLB.TV, every night, every device. Watch every out-of-market regular season game live. Plus, get a free subscription to At Bat Premium, the #1 app for live baseball. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.TV for details. And now Brett Phillips. Good chance this is Coole's last batter of the game. Righty Daniel Hudson ready. On deck, Jesus Aguilar.
He's pitched so well, and you hope that he finishes the inning here against Phillips. But I'm sure Clint Hurdle and Ray Searage thinks that Chad Kuhl has pitched well enough tonight to get a win. So hopefully we'll finish it here. If not, they'll give him a chance to get the next guy.
Ball's behind Phillips, 3-0.
Getting ready.
First and second, and now we will see if indeed Clint Hurdle does give Kuhl the opportunity. Nope. That is going to be it. For Chad Kuhl, he will not be able to get the win. Don't come out. Don't come out. Don't come out. No. He was reacting when he saw Clint Hurdle make his way up the dugout steps.
Yeah, he competes.
Yeah, he is.
He knows he's given up a couple base runners here, but he wants to clean up his own mess and certainly deserved the win.
Drove 5 2/3 strong innings, just 4 hits, struck out 7.
Very strong the first time through. Struck out 6 of the first 9 he faced. And, he's given up the 2 earned runs, but he had the good fastball going. Mixed in some changeups, I thought, nicely. Flipped the curveball in there now and again. Threw some good sliders. Certainly disappointed he couldn't finish off the 6th, but you see there 5 2/3 innings, just 4 hits, 7 punch outs, a career high. 2 earned, 2 runs. You could argue that only 1 of them should have been earned. The play at the high throw from Bell, allowing Shaw to score.
Aguilar has done good work as a pinch hitter this season. Reverse strike, and that's a big one from Daniel Hudson.
Let's see his numbers: 1-4, 4.38 ERA, 35 punch outs, 37 innings. 44th appearance.
And into right field. Runner going to be waved. The throw to the plate is strong, and he is out of there. How about a cup of hot coffee for you? A laser to Cervelli.
Again, I'm surprised he was sent home right there. Polanco had that ball well before Pena got to third. Great throw.
Go to the bottom half of the 6th inning, and Manny Pena waved home by Ed Cedar, the third base coach.
Tell you what, it was a great piece of hitting by Aguilar going the other way with that slider. He was sitting on it, got it through there, but look at Polanco's throw. How accurate, right on the money. And I mean, it almost like he gathered himself and made sure that he could get off a strong throw, that he had some time. And you see there, Pena not anywhere near the plate, trying to slide to the outside, but the tag on him. And you'll see here, I mean, he's waving him. With 2 outs, you're more likely to take a chance at scoring a runner. You maybe get a bad throw, but not a bad throw, a great throw, and a nice tag by Cervelli.
Pumped up, Cervelli and Polanco. Hudson. Josh Bell, that's right-handed against the lefty Josh Hader. Joey Cora looks like he's apologizing to Chad Kuhl. That play at the plate, he waved him home, and Kuhl collided with Stephen Vogt. The rookie Josh Hader. And Josh Bell, the rookie, rips it into the right center gap. Josh Bell, a leadoff double in the 6th.
That's a pretty looking swing too from Josh Bell, and
It's a pitch out over the plate. A fastball was meant to be in, but you see Pena reaching to the backhand. Missed location, but didn't miss the barrel of Bell's bat. Crushed the other way.
You look at what Josh Bell has done, and if you want to compare his year this year to last year, the average isn't quite where it was a year ago, but I would take this power and the production.
Less average.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The home runs, the RBIs.
Yeah, no question. As we've said before, if it weren't for Cody Bellinger, the rookie for the Dodgers, who has 26 home runs, which leads the league with Giancarlo Stanton and Joey Votto, everybody would be talking about Josh Bell. Second in homers, second in RBIs behind Bellinger. Good job again by Osuna. We're going to say it again. This guy is mature way beyond his Major League Baseball years.
Yes, he is, and there was no doubt what he was trying to do there, and that's to hit the ball the other side. And he could be a hero if it goes through. This one right at the second baseman, but they're trying to pound him in to prevent him to do it. He just stays inside it, stays on top.
I say Major League Baseball years, he's only had 143 Major League at-bats. You never know it by his approach. So now the infield in for Gregory Polanco.
Not all the way in. I mean, they are, giving himself a little more room.
Kind of what you talked about earlier.
Yeah.
They're in, but they're giving themselves room. A little bit more range.
Yeah, they feel that they still have time to make a play at the plate. Thames a couple steps, maybe 3 steps behind first, middle, back off the grass, shortstop a little closer.
Polanco pop up shallow left field, gonna drop for a hit, give the Bucks the lead. Polanco headed to second. He is gonna be safe. Pirates lead 3-2. Polanco is 3 for 3, and he's looking to go 90 more.
I tell you what, 3 hits all coming off of lefties, 2 from the cutter throwing Suter. Hader coming at Polanco and misses too much plate, wanted it in. Only inner third. Now it wasn't crushed. A little bit in on the hands, but that works out perfectly. Dropping in front of the left fielder Braun. Braun runs past it.
Yeah, I don't know how they give him a double, but
yeah, that's not a double. And Polanco fortunate to end up on second as he wasn't running, kind of just jogging to first, and that's gotten them into trouble earlier this homestand.
They're challenging that safe call at second, as VR, the Brewers think they tagged him.
I haven't seen anything that would overturn that call.
Polanco off the left-handed pitching tonight. Single and 2 doubles. Third career 3-hit game for Gregory Polanco off left-handers.
Yeah, I don't see how they can overturn this one. I mean, it was closer than I thought.
He is safe. And the Brewers lose the challenge. The ball on the field stands, and the Pirates lead it 3-2 as Polanco moments ago gunned out a runner at the plate. Now Counsell on the phone to the bullpen. Jordy Mercer at the plate. has lined out and hit a sacrifice fly. Polanco stays at second on the block by Pena. Catching now for Stephen Vogt.
I know we showed you Hader's numbers a bit ago. But coming in 13 innings, just 3 hits all year in 13 innings and 1 run. And the Pirates here with 2 hits, a run, a base hit away from another one, a bullet from Bell. Polanco, a well-placed double.
And a drive to left by Mercer, going back Braun for the second out. Phil Goslin now is going to pinch hit for Hudson.
Pirates, number 17, Phil Goslin. For Hudson, Phil Goslin.
And doesn't look like there's going to be any kind of a move at the moment. Strike on Goslin. Goslin had a pinch hit single off Lance Lynn on Saturday night. Might have been the best at bat of the night. And there's a line drive towards center field. And the catch is made, almost a stumble by Phillips, but he was able to recover quickly. The Pirates now have the lead. Seven here at PNC Park. Pirates up on the Brewers. And just reminders, you enjoy a cold one to look forward to Miller time later in the game. Brought to you by Miller Lite. Gregory Polanco, what a night for him. 3 for 3. Gunning out a runner at the plate. A lot of struggles early this season, but Polanco has found his stroke, and he gets his good buddy back tomorrow to play left field.
Getting hot at the right time. I mean, you'd rather have him hot going down the stretch in a pennant race, hopefully.
Yep. Tony Watson, a big part of getting the Pirates back into the thick of a pennant race. His bullpen, which slowly but surely seems to be righting itself.
And that's what you like to see from Tony Watson, the swing and miss. And you know, we didn't see enough of it in the first half when he struggled there for a little while, but you expect, and the Pirates fans, and we've been used to the Pirates taking the lead into the 7th like we have here, and the bullpen just shutting it down. And then that's what we've gotten lately.
Scoreless 7th inning yesterday against the Cardinals. He's given up 1 run in his last 10 2/3 innings. Point Park University tweets down in your lower left-hand corner there on what we call the lowdown. AT&T Sportsnet. VR struck out twice, bounced back to the mound against Cool. And to second for the first out of the 7th inning. Watson goes up against Eric Thames now. He's 1 out of 3.
Let's see if Tony tries to go and challenge him upstairs, up above the belt, up by the letters. Good breaking ball first pitch, good location.
Thames 6 of his 23 homers off lefties, batting .208 against southpaws. Up the middle. Well, Thames a 1-out single to bring up Ryan Braun. Pirates salute members of our military. A military ticket discount presented by IC Light. All active duty, reserve veteran, and retired service members and their families save $10 on select Sunday through Thursday home games here at PNC Park. For more information, please go to pirates.com/military. Military Appreciation Day coming up on Thursday. Pirates will wear their Military Appreciation Day camouflage jerseys, special hats. Final game of this series. Braun lines it into right. First and second.
Anytime you see Braun come up there with an 0 for 3, you worry. Got a high fastball, hits it hard. Now Cervelli going to go over the signs with Tony Watson. And perhaps how to attack Shaw.
Shaw with 2 for 3 against Chad Kuhl. 3 hard hit balls. The last one in the 5th inning, he was retired. A ball that looked like it might have just glanced off the tip of Kuhl's glove to the shortstop Mercer by second. 0-1 on Travis Shaw. 66 runs batted in.
see very impressive numbers with runners in scoring position. 318, 47 RBIs. And there's runners out there.
What's amazing about that, the 47 RBIs when he hits with runners in scoring position, Eric Thames has 12. Now, Thames has about 18 fewer at bats in those situations, but 12. Now, he's driven himself in more than he's driven his teammates.
That is unbelievable. Two and one. 3 and 1. On deck, Domingo Santana. Then it would be Manny Pena, who's catching because Stephen Vogt left the game with what they're calling a left knee strain and a neck strain. 3 and 2. Big strike.
Cervelli going to go out again. He missed with the location there. Cervelli looked like he set up inside. It went in the outer part of the plate.
In case you missed it, Stephen Vogt blocking the plate here. Chad Kuhl waved home on the base hit. Left knee and neck. Oh, what a big strikeout for Tony Watson. 2 down in the 7th.
That's coming back in a big way after falling behind 3-1. 3 and 1, 3 balls, 1 strike. He went away 3-2. 3-2 pitch above the belt, and you love to see the swing and miss.
Now Domingo Santana.
It seemed like almost more than half the time when Watson went upstairs, he got swings and misses prior to this year. Just
Why
haven't
not?
seen it.
Yeah, hard to figure, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's bizarre. And whether it's something in his delivery or something about the flight of his ball, if it doesn't have the same carry, or maybe it's, big league hitters getting used to seeing so much velocity up there that they're just quicker to the ball.
Ball's behind Santana, 2-0. Fastball at 95, 2-1 on Domingo Santana.
And that's a good sign, too, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, Santana knows a fastball is coming 2-0. Look how late he hit that ball almost behind him.
In a fastball count, a hitter's count where you want to get the barrel out.
Three and 1. He came back to get Shaw down 3-1. Manny Pena on deck. They're loaded.
I'm surprised that he went changeup there after he threw that 2-0 fastball by him. He went with the 3-1 change.
They're loaded now. And here comes Ray Searage. A.J. Schugel, right-hander, is going to start to loosen. Comes down to this. Pirates leading by 1. Manny Pena, who did not start the game, came on in the 5th. He walked last inning against Chad Kuhl. Oh, and 1.
This hasn't been a strength. I remember last time we were in Milwaukee, they had like scored their last 17 or 18 runs or something like that, all via home runs. They haven't done a great job with hitting with runners in scoring position. Overall, you look, it's 251, but I know they've had stretches where they've really struggled.
One ball, 1 strike.
That didn't look like it missed his shirt by much.
No, it didn't. Oof. Wow. That is called. Cervelli going to go out again.
And Josh Harrison going to join them. I always thought it helps as a middle infielder to know, what sequence they're using as far as signs and as far as anticipating. Obviously, Josh Harrison on the right side. If it's an off-speed pitch to Pena, he might be leaning towards the middle. A fastball, probably more likely to stay home.
Oh, brother. 2 and 1.
And the same is true for a shortstop. And Jordy Mercer, if it's an off-speed pitch, will be leaning to his right. He's missing again with location, Tony Watson.
Two and 2.
And again, a late swing up above the belt. And look how deep he hits this in his stance. I mean, that's almost behind him.
So because of that,
I think sometimes pitchers might be a little fooled and think, because he fouled it straight back, ooh, he was on it. But I mean, that was clear. He wasn't on it. He was way late.
Whoa.
And the little glove movement from Cervelli usually tells you that it's not on the plate. He's still going to ask let's take a look. Yep, that's off.
Wow, 3 and 2. 2 outs, bases loaded, up by 1 in the 7th. They're all off on this pitch from Watson to Manny Pena. Thames, Braun, and Santana on the bases. Bounce back to Watson. Don't know if that was elementary, but it was effective enough to put a 0 on the board. They leave them loaded. The Pirates keep the lead. 7th inning stretch in Pittsburgh, 3-2 Bucks. Led off with a base hit, and then Gregory Polanco doubled him home. He would go to third on an error that was charged to Orlando Arcia and scored on a Jordy Mercer sacrifice fly. Pirates had a couple of more men on base, including Chad Kuhl, who tried to score on this base hit by Cervelli. Collision with Stephen Vogt. Vogt left the game. Gregory Polanco throws out a runner at the plate. That's Manny Pena being thrown out in the 6th inning to keep the game tied at 2. And then Polanco's 3rd hit of the game in the bottom of the 6th scores Josh Bell and Tony Watson moments ago with the bases loaded, 2 outs on a 3-2 pitch to Manny Pena. It's a gigantic out, and here we are, bottom of the 7th, 3-2. Pirates playing the first place club in the Central in a 4-game series, trying to cut that Brewers lead to 6. 6 more outs. That's what they'll do. Jared Hughes,
41st appearance, 3-1, a 2.89 ERA. I mean, he's still getting it done. Sinker baller, flipped up a first pitch breaking ball to Josh Harrison.
Last 18 appearances, Jared Hughes has given up 1 run in 16 2/3 innings. He's on some kind of roll. The Milwaukee bullpen currently with 3 relievers on consecutive scoreless appearance streaks. Hughes, a dozen games, no runs in 11 1/3 innings. Oliver Drake has gone 10 games without giving up a run, and Jacob Barnes 8 straight games. Juan Nicasio to pitch the 8th. And then Felipe Rivero. Still a tight ball game. We'll see him in the 9th.
How about that? Jared Hughes. I mean, as a teammate of Jared Hughes, as Harrison has been for many, many years, a 3-2 count, it's a no doubt sinker ball. No doubt. And then he throws him a slider in that location. Everybody, I mean, everybody in the dugout has to be shocked. Was that really a slider? They're asking Josh.
Oh, yes. Josh Bell's back going, what? Or Josh Harrison.
Yeah. I would have never guessed that. I don't ever remember seeing Jared Hughes throwing a 3-2 breaking ball. I think he threw him 3 or maybe even 4 breaking balls at bat.
Dots the corner with that fastball.
Another slider. I mean, we would see weeks go by between sliders from Jared Hughes, but pitch he's been obviously growing more confident in. That's 3rd. That's what he's used to getting right there. Ground balls. Speaking of ground balls, how about Chad Kuhl? Just 2 fly ball outs today. He had the 7 punch outs and 8 ground balls. That's what we've heard and before we saw him here at the big league level. Hard, heavy sinker, a lot of ground balls. And that's what's kept Jared Hughes in the big leagues as long as he's been here. Is sinking the ball, and getting the weak grounders.
Let go by the Pirates at the end of spring training. McCutchen bounces it weakly to 3rd. Bare hand by Shaw. Infield hit McCutchen. It's an 8-game hitting streak for Andrew McCutchen.
Yeah, the swinging bunt. You'll take it. Shaw may have been saved of an error. I think this ball may have hit Thames in the shin.
You're right.
Doggone it.
That's right. Nobody rooting against Shaw more than this man in the booth.
Throw it away.
John Wayner. Wants that record to stay intact. I'm sure Jeff Cirillo is somewhere saying the same thing.
Yeah, right in the shin. He played it off well. Thames did.
Yeah. Didn't fall to the ground or anything. Now, one thing that hasn't changed, Jared Hughes, you can still run on him. Pitch selection maybe, but not the quickness to the plate. Travis Shaw, the bare hand play. And yeah, Eric Thames's leg saves him. Consecutive errorless streak entering this game, 60 for Travis Shaw at third. And if you missed it earlier, we're talking about John Wayner and his buddy Jeff Cirillo, who have the major league record for consecutive games at third base without an error. The ever so humble John Wayner. You know,
there's not one person who gives a care about that.
That is incorrect. All the people in Carrick care a whole lot about it.
Not a single soul watching.
Well, I care. So there you go. Whole right side of the infield available to David Freese.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing this with Freese up there very often.
I don't.
He's a guy, when he's swinging the bat well, hits a lot of balls to right. Maybe not necessarily on the ground.
Hits by direction.
There you see 21-9, right to left. That's quite the difference.
Cutchin goes now on the 0-2. And he has the stolen base. His 7th.
There's the big leg kick from Hughes. Doesn't give his catcher much of a chance there. Andrew kind of got that left hand stuck. I think he went to the different running gloves, maybe.
He had the shiny red ones for a while. His first steal, by the way, since June the 7th.
And again, it looks like it's a little tacky out there. I mean, they wet the clay down too much. Can stick.
Looking for an insurance run or two here in the 7th. By the way, that we're talking about Shaw and the errorless streak. Interesting to note that the Brewers have committed 71 errors. Only the White Sox and A's have committed more errors in baseball. Orlando Arcia committed his 14th on that throw earlier in the ball game. Greg Counsell, third-year skipper. And fans want a balk call.
They never yelled that here when he was a Pirate. And he did it a bunch.
Yeah.
The same move.
Final out. Pirates strand a base runner. Still have the 1-run lead going to the 8th. here on AT&T Sportsnet. We flash back to July 17th, 1979. This day, Dave Parker, 2 assists, playing right field at the Kingdome in Seattle, helping the National League beat the American League. Gregory Polanco has had a Parker-like day at the plate from the left side with 3 hits and a Dave Parker-like throw to the plate to nab Manny Pena on the base hit by Aguilar. The base hit was turned into a double. Gave the Pirates the lead in the 6th inning. The opposite field 2-base hit off Josh Hader. Big night for El Cafe.
Certainly looks like he's heating up.
Adam Frazier takes over in left for Jose Osuna. Pirates have said that Adam Frazier will get a lot of play at second base, starting maybe as early as tomorrow, with Starling Marte returning to left. Juan Nicasio faces Orlando Arcia, then Brett Phillips, and the pitcher spot.
Yeah, good numbers for Juan, 2.59 ERA.
Nicasio gave up a rare home run, in fact the only home run he's given up this year, to Yadier Molina yesterday, leading off the 8th inning to give the Cardinals a 3-2 lead. It was the first home run Nicasio had given up to a right-handed hitter since May of last year. You know by now that the Pirates, trailing 3-2 going into the bottom of the 9th inning yesterday, won it 4-3. Scoreboard on the lowdown, left side of your screen. See the Mets trying to come back against the Cardinals. Stays alive, does Arcia. Braves get a run with John Lester. Cubs have heated up at the surprising Atlanta Braves.
Atlanta working their way back to 500.
Brandon Phillips RBI single in the 3rd, giving him that lead. As Arcia battles Nicasio down 1-2. And up the middle for a base hit for Arcia, his 2nd hit in this ball game, hitting over 300 on the year against Pirates pitching.
That kept going away. Look at all the pitches away, and that one right on the edge at 97. And Arcia just off the end of the bat floats it out there.
Clint Hurdle studies the lineup card. Does he get Felipe Rivero up? This is such an important game and such an important series. You wouldn't be surprised to see Felipe Rivero start to loosen in the bullpen. Strike was called, and yep, he is up. Just started tossing. Certainly understand. These 4 games against the first place club in the Central. Neil Huntington talked about it on his radio show yesterday. Not to put too much emphasis, but in so many words, the direction of the team could very well hinge on this series, whether the Pirates are going to add the trade deadline or perhaps go in a different direction.
Yeah, obviously you lose the series. I mean, you're already looking at 7 back with 3 teams above you.
Yeah, you almost have to just win the series somehow.
Yeah. Don't think it necessarily means that you're done if you split the series and you're still sitting at 7 back. But, you know, you lose the series. So you lose 3 or 4, you fall back to 9 behind. You win 3 or 4, you're 5 behind. It's obviously a big difference. A 1-game swing. That may have been the best pitch of the 3. The 2 strikes that were called in this at bat were borderline. That one looked middle. Look at the strike zone.
Ooh, boy. 2-2 on Brett Phillips. Phillips just 16 major league at bats. Able to hang in there.
Tough pitch to fight off. Very borderline. Maybe a bit off. But good job of wasting it. Nova. Nice little break for Nova, huh?
Yeah, we'll go tomorrow after a long respite. Still 2-2 on Brett Phillips. Hit .293 at AAA Colorado Springs this year. 17 homers, former 6th round pick of the Astros in 2012. 3-2. Phillips walked intentionally in the 4th, unintentionally in the 6th. His first 2 major league walks. Hernan Perez, with a pinch hit, is on deck.
You would think Arcia would be taking off here.
There he goes. Nope. Shut it down. Strikeout.
Probably a good thing he did shut it down, because he didn't get the best jump.
1 down, a big K for Nicasio.
And nothing fancy, just elevated a little bit, but blew it by him. Tell you what, by Arcia just bluffing there, he did create a hole, and Mercer did break to cover second base. So he did open up that left side of the infield.
Jordy Mercer over to cover. Now Hernan Perez. 268 hitter. 11 homers, 36 RBIs. He's 1 for 10 off the bench. Bats for Hughes. See what he's done against the Pirates this year. And the Bucks have pitched him tough. Ooh, Pirates wanted that call, didn't get it.
PMC Sports Medicine strike zone. Lights it up. Going with the slider.
2-1 on Perez, whose playing time reduced with the return of Ryan Braun. Jesus Aguilar, pinch hitter in the 6th, singled. And with VR on deck and Eric Thames to follow, this is probably it for Nicasio. We likely will see Felipe Rivero turn VR around. He's a much better average hitter from the left side than he is as a right-handed batter. But first things first, Nicasio needs to get Perez. Now 3-1. Watson fell behind a couple of hitters last inning, including Travis Shaw and Pena. Retired both. Nicasio fell behind Phillips moments ago, struck him out. Now he's down 3-1 in this count. And a pop-up. Shallow left, Mercer. Big second out.
Boy, that was 98 miles per hour in on the hands. And Perez was geared up for it. And he was looking for something to turn and burn on. He just couldn't get there. You'll see this fastball off the plate in.
Ooh.
Broke the bat.
That is going to be it. Clint Hurdle is going to make a double switch. He's going to the home plate umpire, Mark Wegner. David Freese will exit. And we will see the flame-throwing Felipe Rivero looking for the final 4 outs of this ball game.
Sportsnet is brought to you by Barrel. Check out the Barrel Hot list at barrel.com. Now the only way to buy a car. And by Levin's, the official furniture and mattress supplier to the Pittsburgh Pirates. For the best quality, service, and value, shop Levin's. Let's go Bucks!
Pirates up 3-2. They were down 2-0 heading into the bottom of the 5th. They tied it for the 2 spot, and then the Polanco double gave them the lead in the 6th. Then bullpen trying to get the final outs. Max Moroff comes in as part of this double switch. He comes in at second, and moving from second to third, Josh Harrison. And Felipe Rivero placed in that 4th spot of the batting order. David Freese exits.
And just ridiculous numbers. .74 ERA, opponent average of 132.
He picked up the win on Friday, a 1-2-3 9th against the Cardinals. Josh Bell walked it off with the home run in the bottom of the 9th. VR batting right-handed. Each of his 5 at-bats. Correction, first 3 at-bats were left-handed against cool. Struck out twice, and then against Watson. Right-handed hitter bounced out. Couple of strikes. He splits for VR.
And that's just an easy 99 too that just went by him.
Runner goes, and no throw. Arcia steals his second base of the night.
Just goes first move. Kind of looked disinterested over there and took off as soon as Rivero started. Cervelli, I'm guessing maybe didn't have a good grip on it, decided to hold on to it.
Now taking off for third. Walks in there. A 3 stolen base night for Arcia.
We come in with 5.
Yep, came in with 5.
He's walking off, really not paying much attention to him.
.100 fouled off by VR. .56 strikeouts, 48 innings for Rivero.
I'm not exactly sure what Francisco Cervelli is doing. He just decided to walk out in front of the dirt area in front of the plate, stood on the grass, just kind of looking out to Rivero.
Three and 2. To third, Harrison. Final out.
How about that? A changeup. A changeup with a 3-2 count. It's
The
ridiculous.
fact he put the ball in play is ridiculous. Allegheny Health Network Supermo shots of tonight's action. Pirates leading it 3-2. Tight ball game. First of 4 with the Brewers. And Tyler Webb, who was in spring training with the Pirates, was a Rule 5 pick from the Yankees roster and then was returned. Eventually made his big league debut with the Yankees this year and was recently traded over to Milwaukee. And first pitch swinging, nice pick by Shaw. Gets Bell.
He's had a couple of those hard hit one hoppers where he's really showing soft hands and makes it look easy. There's a lot of guys going down on that ball. They're sliding or falling over or whatever.
That's so true.
Kind of just stays up there.
It's like you don't see this anymore.
No, uses his hands.
You really don't.
No.
Constantly seeing guys hit the ground.
Yeah, I mean, that was a pretty play.
Adam Frazier, his first at bat.
First one borderline down, that one borderline in.
First walk-off hit of his young career yesterday.
Yeah, no, one pitch was off the plate in.
Adam Frazier coming to the plate just after Jordy Mercer had doubled to tie it. Frazier, the hero's welcome between first and second, and is doused by Josh Bell and Gregory Polanco.
Yeah, it's just so effortless when he makes solid contact. Tough lefty. It's a breaking ball out over. He just flips it out there.
6 for 12 in that series.
I think he's when he's at his best. He's seeing a lot of pitches. Doesn't matter if he gets into a 2-strike count. Confident that he could just waste pitches like that fastball. It was in the inside part of the plate.
And the center.
Bad luck. I mean, right on the button.
Frazier lines out to Phillips.
This is a pitch he just pretty much had, and it's, you know, I guess it got more plate than I thought. I thought that was in. Ended up getting the inner third of the plate, but still, just pulls the hands in right off the barrel.
Tyler Webb, Virginia native, 10th round pick of the Yankees in 2013. Polanco looks for a 4th straight hit off a lefty. Last time he had 3 hits in a game off all lefties, July 1st, when the Giants were here. Never had 4 hits in a game off lefty pitchers. It's the 3rd time in Polanco's career he's had as many as 3 hits in 1 game off left-handed pitching. And getting ready for the 9th inning, the ritual out of the bullpen. And Polanco, yes, he does have a 4th hit off a left-hander.
How about that?
First time in his career, a 4-hit game off all lefties.
Yeah, it's a breaking ball, and just catches too much plate, up and out over. The previous breaking ball like broke just off the plate, and he kind of just looked at it like no big deal, saw it well. And this one a little off the end. just out of the reach.
What's quite a game.
That is incredible.
Gee, 6th career 4-hit game for him. Pirates would love to score another run. Shout out to good buddy John Karcher, who sent a letter over at AT&T Sportsnet to the baseball division. We got it, John. Big Bucko fan. Mercer, sacrifice fly in the 5th. And there's Shaw off the glove this time. Is Shaw. Give him an error.
No, that's a.
Give him an error.
That's a rocket. You got to give him a hit on that, man. Come on, how you be rooting against Mercer like that?
Because you're my
Rick?
buddy.
It's not going to do with me.
Yes, it has everything to do with you.
Nothing to do with me.
Absolutely. Come on.
Yeah, right off the little finger.
Hit for Jordy Mercer, which we're happy about. And Shaw's consecutive errorless game streak at 3rd continues.
You know, the only reason that, see how he stayed on his feet again?
Yes.
That would have been the only reason they gave it there. A lot of guys would have slid.
That's exactly right.
And then they would have gave it a hit.
That's a great call. Yep. Well-deserved hit for Mercer. And now Max Moroff bats right-handed. Yesterday his first big league home run. Off the foul pole in right. What a moment. What a game yesterday. So many twists and turns and firsts. Trevor Williams, his first big league hit after starting at 0 for what, 24, 22.
And against Martinez, right, for Max. And that was a fastball, wasn't it? Out over the plate. Saw a replay of that.
By the way, associate producer extraordinaire Jason Steele comes up with a great nugget.
Again.
Yeah. Last time a Pirate left-handed batter had as many as 4 hits in a game of lefty pitchers. September 7th, 2006, Chris Duffy against the Chicago Cubs. That might be the nugget of the year.
Yeah.
And more off to left, a base hit. Get smart, Max. He just gave the Pirates an insurance run with a liner to left that scores Polanco and gives the Pirates a 4-2 lead.
And that was a quick little stroke right there from Max Moroff. And a 2-strike count. Looked like Webb tried to go inside on him. And enter 3rd. That's too good of a pitch with 2 strikes. And Moroff, short, quick extension. Braun thinks he might have a shot in the air when it's a short hop and a bobble. No chance. Too much speed at second with Polanco there. Polanco going through Pena.
Well, that throw to the plate, again, yeah, no chance, allows the runners to move up 90 feet, and a base hit could, if this game isn't already on ice with Felipe Rivero on the mound. Max Moroff, RBI single. Jay Hay 1 for 4. Council. Council looking toward, we're going to walk him. Why didn't Council just yell instead of going through all kinds of hand signals?
Yeah.
Hey, we're going to walk him. So we'll face Cervelli. The base is loaded. Cervelli, 2 hits and 4 at bats.
Slams. Big one right before the break. First inning slam.
Bases juice. Bucks have scored a run.
By the way, did you see the sign yesterday? The Bob Walk sign with the feet up in the air?
I did. That was a classic.
Great sign that
Yep.
was.
I wonder if Bob saw it.
He was on TV.
Yeah, I wonder if he saw it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he did? Okay.
Yeah. I hope he saw it. He was working and
Well,
they showed it on TV.
Well, I mean, I was working on radio and I saw it.
Well, that's why I'm saying I would hope that he
I
would
don't
see
need a
it.
TV to see it. The point is that just because Pete Toma shoots it, if a tree falls
called
in
it
the woods.
strike 3.
Wow.
Wow, is that something else?
Cervelli can't believe it. But the Bucks get an insurance run and lead 4-2. First of his big league career yesterday, delivers his first at bat tonight. Insurance run. Point Park University tweets. How about from Bones? Scott Bonnet, the Pirates clubhouse manager. Picture of Max Moroff's first big league home run, and Trevor Williams picked up his first major league hit yesterday. And Andrew McCutchen, career hit number 1,400. McCutchen 17th on the all-time Pirates hits list. A hit tonight, so he is 8 away from Jason Kendall, who's next on the hits list. And it's Bill Verdon, Dick Grote. Good chance he'll pass Those two Pirate greats in the not too distant future this year. Strike, no, ball one on Eric Thames.
See the picture, the profile picture, the Bones' profile picture?
From Milwaukee? Yeah, I've seen that.
With the fawns?
Yep.
I like it. By the way, saw a replay in between innings of the strike 3 to Cervelli. It was a strike.
Well, that's good to point out because Mark Wegner.
Big situation, obviously.
Home plate umpire, but we got to look at it between innings, and it was a strike. Yes, he did. Well, they'll appeal to the third. Wow! Oh my goodness! How about that? They appealed to Ryan Blakeney as Cervelli was throwing the ball around.
Jeez.
Wow.
And a pop-up.
Well, you figured it would just take Rivero one
just
more
takes
pitch.
a strikeout away from Rivero is all. Broken bat pop-up. One down. Tomorrow night, game 2 of this series against the first place Brewers. Pirates give the ball to Ivan Nova. Brewers will activate Junior Guerra off the disabled list. Pre-game presented by WB Mason starts at 6:30 here on AT&T Sportsnet. 2 outs away from cutting that Brewers lead to 6 games in the division. Ivan Nova go tomorrow against Junior Guerra. Now Ryan Braun with a strike. And tomorrow, of course, the return of Starling Marte to the lineup. Oh. Perfect breaking ball for the strike. Rivero trying to save this one. Mercer.
Rivero, it is so impressive watching this guy pitch. How
Just nonchalant. They talk about how the 9th inning's different, getting those last 3 outs, and I'm sure to some it is, but not Felipe Rivero.
Sure doesn't act like it. Trying to save it for Hudson. Hudson didn't retire a batter in the 6th. But that last out recorded at the plate on the throw by Polanco. And then Polanco driving in the go-ahead run. And there's strike 1 on Travis Shaw. Strike 2.
It's nasty. They're going to waste 99.
Oh, 0-2 on Shaw. Raise the Jolly Roger. Felipe Rivero strikes out Travis Shaw. 7th save. The lead cut to 6 in the Central.
That's a big win. That's a big game. I think it starts with Chad Cole and the way he started out in this ball game. I mean, he only gave up 2. Really 1 should have been earned, but Gregory Polanco coming through in a big way with his 4 hits, 2 RBIs. It's a nice little comeback there. I know the Bucks battling for 2 in the 5th, another in the 6th. Big game against the division leader.
Updated standings in the Central. The Pirates chasing the Brewers, and at this very moment, they're up a half game, though the Cardinals have a lead on the Mets in the 9th. Depending the outcome of that one, Felipe Rivero saves it. We've got you covered tonight from A to Z. Paul Alexander, Jack Sarincic, our post game.
All right, Greg and John, thank you very much. And kind of what the doctor ordered. I mean, you invite the first place Milwaukee Brewers into town. You want to let them know you're still very interested in winning this division, and they did that tonight.
They did. And, you know, the key here is now they take 2 out of 3 from St. Louis. Now they start off against a big series against their rival. And, hey, good way to start this.
Yeah, great start to this 4-game series with Milwaukee. For more on that, let's go downstairs on the field. That's where Dan Potash is standing by with Gregory Polanco. 4 hits against left-handing pitching, Danny.
Yeah, you know, El Cafe was the first man to greet Adam Frazier after he got his game-winning hit yesterday afternoon. Tonight, you're the hero against the first-place Milwaukee Brewers. How's it feel to be the guy tonight?
Oh, it feels great. You know, just come here, play hard every day, and, you know, just do my best every day, just 100%.
Now I know why you wanted to do the interview quickly. Yeah, sorry, my bad. 4 hits as a left-handed hitter against a left-handed pitcher. First time a Pirate has done that in about 10 years. What's the challenge in having that kind of a night at the plate?
You know, just trusting myself, trusting the process, and trusting what I'm doing in the cage every day, and just, you know, stay sure with my swing and think middle. That's it, middle.
Okay, now I know you like hitting home runs. Probably most players do. But how does it feel to throw out a runner at the plate like you did tonight with that powerful arm of yours?
Oh, you know, it feels great. And, you know, like when the game is tight and you do that kind of play, you feel so good. And just thanks God for everything, for the ability that he gave me. And, you know, thankful for everything. And, you know, thank you, everybody, for the support.
Okay, you can go now. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ale Coffee, Gregory Polanco. A little bit wet, but also happy. Guys, it's all yours.
All right, Danny, thank you very much. And Gregory, Danny, nice job avoiding the majority of that shower, by the way. As we promised during the course of the broadcast, it's time for Miller Time. That's presented by Miller Lite. And we go right back to that man, Gregory Polanco. 4 hits, as we had mentioned, all coming against left-handed pitching. And as Danny touched on, that big throw that we're going to see right here. Jack, this guy had himself a night.
Hey, in addition to that, scores 2 runs and has that big throw right there, which was huge for this ball club.
Yeah, it was absolutely a great night for the Pirates right fielder, El Coffee, as Greg Brown has so aptly nicknamed him. Certainly a big night as the Pirates make a bit of a statement after taking 2 out of 3 against the St. Louis Cardinals. Now they roll into this 4-game set with the first place Milwaukee Brewers, and they draw first blood, winning it tonight by the score of 4-2. Jack and I are just getting warmed up. We'll be back with Pirates postgame presented by the Allegheny Health Network right here on the AT&T Sports Net.